Welcome everybody, this is the Mage Next Door. So tonight, technically, I want to talk about the subconscious and the power of the subconscious. It's very important in magic, in anything that you're setting your mind to do consciously. You have to make sure that your subconscious is on board. Because if it's not, it's going to be a bitch trying to get there where you want to go. There's going to be seeming like obstacles are thrown in your way out of nowhere. Things won't be working out right for you, and you'll be pulling your hair out unnecessarily. And really, a lot of it comes down to the subconscious. Most of the time, it thinks it's doing the right thing. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to keep you in your current comfort zone. And your comfort zone, you might, you feel comfortable enough to stay where you're at. But once you start branching out and trying new things, and I don't really like my job. I don't really like, the amount of money I'm making. I want more time freedom. And you start searching out consciously to change it. But all your life you've had jobs where things are rough and money's rough and, money's always been a struggle and whatnot. So your subconscious has been running on that program. And when you try to change that conscious program, you get a lot of resistance. Think of it as like a pendulum, okay? And the pendulum is swinging. All the momentum is going towards this one way. Now, eventually, it's going to start swinging back. And when you start pushing against it, you're going to get that resistance. It's going to be like, you're going to be, feeling like you're really getting a lot of resistance and whatnot. But eventually, once you get that momentum swinging back the other way, it's going to work in your favor. But it doesn't happen overnight. But there are ways that you can help it along. Now, a lot of you have probably heard of affirmations and whatnot. So, you repeat certain things that you want, results that you want in your life over and over again. And they can work. Over time, it definitely can work. But what I'd recommend to do to really dive into the subconscious is you could say your affirmations, put your programming in, okay, that you want. And you want it in the present tense because the subconscious doesn't really have that same aspect of time that the conscious mind has. So if you're like, one day I will have a better job that's high paying and enables me to, spend liberally and have more time, freedom with my family and friends and my hobbies. If you say something like that, if you say one day, well, that could be 40 years from now. Or it could be 4, it could be 14. But if you say, and I know it's counterintuitive to do it logically, but your subconscious is not logical, okay? It runs on feelings, emotions, and programs from your childhood, from your parents, from the media, from your religion. It all gets like downloaded into you. Your first 7 years, they say in psychology now. They call that the formative years. And it's like you don't have that filter until after that time. So everything you're around, you pick it up. And your subconscious is very good at picking up cues from around you. They don't have to say it, but if your mother is there and she's crying over money, and your parents are fighting over money or, whatnot, then you make that choice and that decision in your subconscious. It says, okay, money's hard to come by. Money is painful. Money is this, money is that. And God forbid, pardon my pun, you are religious like in the Christian Bible, and you come across that verse that says, the love of money is the root of all evil, which makes no sense really at all. Like, there are horrible crimes done that have nothing to do with money, like crimes of passion and jealousy, has nothing to do with money. So it's not the root of all evil, but it's put in there, and people take that as face value because unfortunately they take that religion as face value, as infallible and whatnot, and then they make the decision, and your subconscious will never let you have much money that way. It'll always be a struggle, you know. If I know a lot of people that say all I want is enough money to have a roof over my head and to just support myself and whatnot. And that's all they'll get. Like, they will just have enough. If they get any more than that, something will go wrong and put them back to that square. Put them back to square one. So they have just enough. They don't have abundance. They have just enough. So be precise in what you want when you say your affirmations, and you have to state it as if it's already happened. So instead of saying, one day I will have a nice high-paying job that I really enjoy going to, and I'll have lots of time freedom for my hobbies and my friends and my other loved ones. Instead of saying that, you say, I have a high-paying job that I enjoy, and I have a bunch of time freedom to enjoy my hobbies and enjoy the presence of my loved ones. Something like that. And what you're going to do is record that, okay, and then put it on a loop and listen to it before you go to bed. Or if you're in meditation, you could put it really, really low. You could put it in your head, your earbuds if you want to sleep with them. Most people, it's uncomfortable. You'll be turning over. Just from personal experience, a lot of times you'll turn over during the night and they'll pop out. So if you're probably better off just having it really, really low, and you put it on loop as you go to sleep. That's the best time. Or if you're taking naps during the day, if you take a nap on your lunch break and you set your alarm anyway, listen to it while you're on your lunch break, while you're napping. Put it really, really low. Now what happens is we have different states, okay, brainwave states that fluctuate throughout the day. Normally, the working state, okay, the normal state is beta. All right, and that's where the subconscious is really hard to reach. A light meditative state is called alpha. That's the next one. And you get more suggestible then. So if you hear the subliminal, if you hear those affirmations that you've been looping, in that state, it's starting to get to your subconscious to help reprogram you a bit faster. If you get into theta, which is a deeper meditative state, now it's going in even deeper. And delta is when you're sleeping. And that's when your subconscious is like wide open to suggestion. So if you listen to it while you're sleeping and you're in delta, the programming, the reprogramming that you want is going to happen much faster. Now, on average, studies have shown it could take 21, 30 days, up to 60 days to really program your subconscious. But that's not a bad trade-off if it took 30 years or 20 years to get you to your current programs that you may not like anyway. So it's a small price to pay. Why not? A couple months doing that. But the thing is, you got to stick to that. You can't jump from thing to thing. Otherwise, you can confuse your subconscious. And that's, in my experience, it kind of sets you back. And then you have to start over again. So you focus on a certain aspect of your life that you want to change, or your personality that you want to change, that you know has been a weakness for you, or that you would improve joy for you, or make your life better. And you do that at least for 30 days or more. And you should start seeing difference in terms of the way you think, having to do with whatever that subject is, whether it's money, whether it's, more confidence, in general, or maybe with the same sex or opposite sex or whatever. And then the other part is when you're speaking with your subconscious this way, a lot of times you're going to look out for it, okay? Certain situations, it's going to bring you to those situations having to do with those affirmations. So, like if it's for a better job and whatnot, and all of a sudden you're getting offers for a higher paying job, and you're still at your current job, you might want to start, going on those interviews and giving those a shot, because that's the way that your universe and your subconscious is talking to you. If you don't take those open doors, then the subconscious thinks that, okay, they're not really serious. So then it brings your steps back. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Take from it what you may. And let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you tried it and, how you feel. And like I said, if you do it for, at least 30 days, you should notice some changes. Some definite changes. You might get a little resistance at first. If there's fear, you might get some fear. A little bit of anxiousness or whatnot, or anger. Those two things are your subconscious. It's like fighting it. Okay? It's very natural. And one of the ways you can check to see if that's what it is you just take a break. If it gets too much, you take a break and you see, like, you stop listening to the affirmations on loop, and then see. And within like a minute, you'll feel different. You'll know, okay, it's because of that. And then you put it back on, you start feeling anxious again. That's what it's doing, because it's counteracting your old comfort zone, your old lifestyle, because you're identifying yourself with that old aspect of yourself, mistakenly. But once you let that go, you realize, okay, that's something that happened around you. All right, but it's not you. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Till next time.